Hello students, Mr. Hinkle here, and in this lecture, unconformities. So, an unconformity is a gap in the rock record, and it happens because of periods of erosion. So, we're using Steno's principles to understand the relative ages of different sedimentary rocks, but sometimes there's a whole chunk missing. Proterozoic, Phanerozoic, these are different time periods in the geological timescale, and they are punctuated by a line of missing information. What happened during that period? Nobody knows. What we do know is that it was erosion. So you could have some layers stacking up, and then things change. Basins open and they close, supercontinents form, and then they split, and then you have a break in the record and new layers stacking up. This break between the two is going to be called an unconformity. Now, unconformities go a little bit deeper. There's three types. Angular unconformity, where we have angled strata on horizontal strata that meet. We have a disconformity, where in a parallel sequence there is a layer that shows erosion. We also have nonconformity, where we have sedimentary rocks, an erosion layer, and crystalline, also metamorphic or igneous rocks. The most famous unconformity is the Hutton unconformity, and it's right here. It's this yellow line. So this is Sicker Point, the famous outcrop where James Hutton was staring at the beach, looking at the sand, staring at the rocks, looking at them, going, whoa, I don't know how long this took, but it took a long time. And also, he thought, whatever's happening there made this. That was a huge foundational concept in geology. So let's look at this outcrop. And let's say the first thing to happen are strata get laid down, originally horizontal. And then, due to Earth movements, these strata are tipped sideways. This happens. And then there's erosion, and new strata are laid down. But then the whole thing tips a little bit more, and you have an unconformity with different angles of rocks. That's what we see here. These sedimentary beds are dipping straight up. These sedimentary beds are dipping down to the left. There's an unconformity between the two, and we call this an angular unconformity. Pretty cool. This is huge, this outcrop. It teaches students about geologic time. It has great roots in the development of geology, and I hope that I can visit someday. I hope that you can visit someday. This is fundamental, foundational. So, unconformities are gaps in the geologic record. There's three kinds: angular unconformity, disconformity, nonconformity, and the most famous of them all is the angular unconformity at Sicker Point. Thank you so much. We'll see you again.